Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all well and having a really great day so far. If I'm looking a little bit strange today, that's because my makeup is only half done. We're going to be playing with some new makeup. In today's video, we're taking a look at the new BeautyVERSE eyeshadow palette and Hollywood Blush and Glow face palette from the Charlotte Tilbury 2023 Christmas launch. As usual, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know, from product details, swatching the shades, and also trying them on so you can see what they look like on my skin tone. If all of that sounds good to you, then grab yourself a drink, subscribe if you haven't already, and keep on watching. This week, Charlotte Tilbury launched her 2023 holiday collection and it did not disappoint. I will be making a separate video taking a more in-depth look at all of the products in that launch, but for today we're just going to focus on the BeautyVERSE eyeshadow palette and the Hollywood Blush and Glow palette. These two products for me were the most standout. All of the products that we're going to be talking about will be linked in the description box below, so if you do want to check them out for yourself, that link is there for you. Starting with the BeautyVERSE eyeshadow palette, and oh my goodness, doesn't this look spectacular. From the ombre glitter here to the stars, it's just perfection. It looks so special, and this is what I want from holiday makeup. I want it to look special. The component itself is just stunning and probably one of my all-time favourite designs from the brand. I would put this on the joint top spot with the Pillow Talk face palette. This mother of pearl design was also beautiful, but as you can see, both of them are absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous designs. This palette is now available to purchase directly from the Charlotte Tilbury website. As I said, the link will be in the description box. It retails for £60 and it is a limited edition release. For your money, you're getting 9 eyeshadow shades, and don't they look stunning. This palette includes 4 mattes, which are the 3 across the top plus the pink, 4 shimmer shades and 1 eyeshadow topper. The topper is this shade right here. So now you've seen what the palette looks like, let's take a more in-depth look at the shades. I'll swatch all of them for you and give you the full shade details as well. So starting with the first row, we have Virtual Taupe, and this is a matte neutral taupe shade. Then we have Supernova Suede, which is a matte warm toned suede brown. And lastly, Space Chocolate, which is a matte deep chocolate brown colour. Moving on to the second row, we have Cosmic Pink, which is a matte pink eyeshadow. Then we have Cyber Silver, which is a silver shimmer with foil finish. And oh my goodness, doesn't that look beautiful? And BeautyVERSE, which is a champagne topper. And that also looks really beautiful as well. And finally, for the last row, we have Planet Pink, which is a beautiful pink shimmer. Digital Lilac, which is a lilac shimmer with a foil finish. And finally, Golden Galaxy, which is a beautiful golden bronze shimmer. So those are all of the shades, and I will just bring my arm a little bit closer so you can see them. Really beautiful and reflective. I think the mattes have swatched really beautifully as well. We haven't had a holiday eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury since she released the Smoky Eyes Are Forever palette in 2001, and I'll freely admit I was very disappointed that we didn't get one last year. Traditionally, Charlotte Tilbury have stuck to this 12-pan more oblong shaped layout, and what was nice about this layout was that they put together 4 different looks, of which you use 3 eyeshadows. So you can see there's a look here, each 3 is a brand new look. Obviously you can use the palette as you want, but I think it did give people that were maybe new to makeup or a bit intimidated by larger palettes a bit of guidance of how to use the shades. But actually the new 9-pan palette this year, I think we're going to be able to create much more looks from this palette, although there's 3 less shades, and I'll tell you why. On first impression, some people might be a little bit annoyed that they're getting 9 shades this year compared to 12 previously, but I do think that this palette is much more versatile than what we've seen from Charlotte Tilbury before. So if we take a look at the top row, you've got a gorgeous neutral matte palette there, perfect for doing the latte trend and, you know, very basic wearable everyday makeup that a lot of us enjoy. You could quite easily throw one of these shades in the crease, darken up the outer corner with this darker shade here, so you can quite easily transition a neutral look from day to night. These matte shades are also going to create the perfect base for the shimmers as well. Obviously you've got your more neutral tones here with the darker shade, but also that pink matte will change up a lot of the looks as well. And obviously you can mix and match the pink matte with some of the more neutral tones. But for all of the shimmers, that base is going to work, so you can literally lay that down and then choose your shimmers. You can use one shimmer, maybe you might want to do more of an ombre look and, you know, go from pink to purple, incorporate some of these neutral metallic tones as well. There is literally endless opportunity with looks that you could create in this palette, and for that reason I love it. Now that we know more about the palette and we've seen how the shades swatch, I do want to put a look together for you today, and I'll zoom you in so you can take a closer look. And I'm starting by taking the first shade, which is Virtual Taupe, and I'm applying that directly to the crease and just blending that out. I'm then taking the shade Space Chocolate and applying that to the outer corner of the eye, and that's just going to add a bit more definition there. And I've gone back in again with the first shade and I'm using that to blend that darker shade out, and I'm also taking it a little bit higher towards my eyebrow. And you can add as much depth to this as you want. You can obviously keep building and blending just until you achieve the desired shade that you're after. And I must say, I love the formula of these matte shadows. They're applying so beautifully. They're not patchy at all. They're easy to blend, easy to work with. They're also blending well with each other as well to get a nice transition. So I'm really impressed with this formula. Going in with a pencil brush now, and I'm taking that Space Chocolate shade onto the lower lash line. And then back in with my first blending brush, which will have a bit of excess of the first shade on there, to blend that out and just soften that edge up. I'm now taking the Planet Pink Crystal Glow eyeshadow and I'm tapping that directly onto my eyelid using my finger, and that is a really beautiful shade. I'm hoping you're picking up on camera just how sort of glimmery these shadows are. That this shade is very, very pretty. And I am going to just go in and neaten that edge up with a brush. I might also just put a little bit of that pink shade on the lower lash line as well. For the inner corner, I do want a pop of metallic as well. So for that, I'm going to go in with this silver shade, which is Cyber Silver. And I'm going to start by applying that with my finger. And that one, oh my god, that is the most pigmented that we've seen so far. It's got a beautiful foil finish to it, and I'm just going to gently blend that into the pink shade. And that silver's given a lot more drama to the look. And I think for eyeshadow, that is as much as I want to do. So I'm going to quickly jump off camera, apply eyeshadow to the other eye. I'm going to add liner, mascara and lashes, and then I'll be back to show you the finished look. I'm back with liner, mascara and lashes now applied, and I'm really pleased with how the look has turned out. Hopefully you can see on camera how glimmery and bright that silver shade is. That shade is phenomenal, but I'm really impressed with how the eyeshadow palette as a whole has performed. The matte's blended beautifully. I really like the pink shade on the lid as well. That looks really pretty. I mean, To be honest, it would look like a beautiful look without the silver, just with the mattes in the crease and the pink shade on the lid. That'd be a more subtle eye look, but very pretty nonetheless. And I'm really looking forward to playing with this eyeshadow palette more. If you would like me to do a video with other looks, maybe 2 or 3 looks, please let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to film that for you. Next up we have the Hollywood Blush and Glow Glide palette, and this is also available to purchase on the website. It retails for £25 and for your money you're getting a blush and a highlighter shade. It's available in 2 different colourways. Mine's in the shade Fair Medium, and it includes a blush in a rosy pink and a pearlescent pink highlighter. I will pop up on the corner of the screen some swatches from the website. She's included how these shades look on a fair skin tone, a tan skin tone, and also a deep skin tone. So that will give you a good idea as to whether, you know, these types of shades are for you. There is also a tan deep palette. I didn't choose to pick that one up because I think that both shades would be a little bit too deep for my skin tone personally. But again, she has included swatches showing the shades on a fair skin tone, medium and deep skin tone as well. The Tan to Deep palette is much more of a warm tone palette, and it includes a beautiful rich terracotta blush and a golden sunset highlighter. So I'll be totally honest with you, my first impression when I opened this palette was it was a lot smaller than I was expecting. But when you consider the price of the palette being £25, no, it's not a cheap palette, but it's certainly not as expensive as her Film Star Bronze and Glow face palette, which has the bronzer and highlight. I personally prefer to have a smaller palette. It takes me years to pan a blush and a highlighter, so I do prefer to have less product because this is still going to last me above a year for sure. I'm not as keen on this packaging. It has the Hollywood logo on the front, which is consistent with some of her other products that she's had in the Hollywood range, but I don't like it as much as this palette. I would have liked to have seen this type of packaging, you know, mirrored on the face palette as well. But if part of that helped reduce the cost of the palette, I am happy that she's kept this cost fairly low compared to some of her other palettes, and if the packaging has something to do with that, then I think I'm okay with it. It's still nice packaging, it feels luxurious, it is a nice palette, it's obviously got a nice mirror inside as well. Let's see how the shades swatch. So first of all we have the blush shade, which is this gorgeous rosy pink blush. It did feel really nice in the pan. Obviously this is going to look more intense when it's on my hand because when I apply it to the cheek it will diffuse out more, but it is pigmented and it does feel like a nice formula. Next up is the highlighter, and this is the pearlescent pink. And that also looks really lovely. Hopefully you'll be able to see. It does have a soft shimmer to it, but it's not glittery and bright like some highlighters. I would say this is probably going to be a more subtle highlight. I also want to show you how these products look on the cheeks. So for reference, I just have my normal base makeup on. The only cheek product that I have on is the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer, but I'm not currently wearing any blush or highlight. Just so you get a true reflection of what this colour's like, I've taken some onto a clean blush brush and I'm going to just apply that to the cheek now. So as you can see, that is quite a pigmented blush when it was first put down, but it's blending out beautifully. So that is how the blush is looking. I am filming in natural light, so hopefully you will have a good impression of what this colour looks like. I am going to also apply some to the other side of my face. And this is a really beautiful sort of candy pink blush. I'm really enjoying this colour, and I also think it's working really nicely with the eyeshadow palette as well. So this is the blush now on, and I can't fault it. It's a very nice formula. Love the colour. I think that it's blending into my other makeup beautifully. Nice to work with. Yeah, I think it's a really, really nice blusher. Going in with the highlighter next, I've just taken this on this Anastasia highlighter brush, and I'm just going to apply that to the cheekbone. And that's actually more reflective than I first thought it would be. It's really nice. It gives you more of an iridescent glow, more so than a glittery glow. And I like the fact that it doesn't have glitter in it. It's a lot more natural. If you wanted to sort of have it sort of quite bright, obviously you can do that, but you could quite easily go over this with a powder brush and it would give you a more natural looking glow. So I will show you what I mean by that. And I've just taken this powder brush. I haven't put any more product on it. There might have been a bit of excess powder from when I used it earlier. But as you can see, that's now sort of dulled that down a bit, and it's giving a much more, you know, glow from within type of look, natural, soft. So if you want that blinding highlight, you can obviously get it, but I do prefer a more natural highlight day to day, so it's nice to know that I can use this palette for any occasion. I'm loving how my makeup's looking today, both from the eyeshadow palette and the cheeks as well. I think my complexion is giving me a really healthy glow. So in summary, I have been so impressed with both of these products. I've really enjoyed using them, from the shade choices to the formula of the product, the packaging. There isn't really much negative to say about them, to be honest, and I'm really looking forward to using them more and trying some new looks, especially with the eyeshadow palette. So guys, those were the new BeautyVERSE palette and Hollywood Blush and Glow Glide palette from the Charlotte Tilbury Christmas collection. Please let me know in the comments what you're thinking of picking up, or if you've got the products already, let me know your thoughts. I'm always interested to know what you guys think. But I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more videos from me, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.